Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday, February 25th. Time is flying. Who do we got in here? Magooch, good morning. Good to see you. Have a great show as always. Listening. Can't comment. Thank you, Magooch. Good morning to you. Daniel Berry Sports, good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Donna, hello. Good morning. Brian, good morning to you. Tommy Stiggs, good morning, sir. How are you? Hope you guys are all doing well. Trump had his State of the Union address yesterday. Erica Kirk was there. Dan Bongino crashes out on Candace Owens. Her Erica Kirk series drops today. And everything else that we got going on. So we'll get right into it. I'll start with some YouTube, though. I got a few shorts to watch. Let's see here. History, no playlist. Not you.
Do you think that the story of TPUSA hinges on Candace Owens? It does not.
The Charlie Kirk assassination story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't like Candace, who gives a fucking shit about it? It has nothing to do with whether that story has some problems with it, which it obviously does.
It obviously does.
You don't trust Cash no more? He looks so reliable on here. Wow.
Iron Balls will show you. Iron Balls will show you. Come on, come with me. Come with Dindo. I'll show you how it's.
Number one, toilet paper. I got a toilet paper question. Do you have it rolled where it comes off the top or off the bottom? Which way do you have your toilet paper on your toilet paper dispenser? Through the top, or do you have it coming through the bottom? I'll wait. Mine is over the top. Toro says top. Michael says bottom. Top. Over the top. Come on, I need answers here. Top for Travis. Whatever weight happens to put on, I don't care. Okay, as long as it's there. Okay, I got you. Now in jail, your role is your role. In prison, your toilet paper roll is yours. You guard that like it's your firstborn. In county prison, in county jail. You get that roll of toilet paper, you guard it like it's your firstborn. So over the top or under the bottom? Which way do you do toilet paper? You have a stand. Okay, you're an aristocrat, you, Arlene. Okay, I got you. Top or bottom? Come on. Oh, people don't understand how valuable toilet paper is in the joint. and Q-tips, which you get in state, but you don't get in county. Imagine going 9 months without fucking Q-tips. Write a book report. Okay. In the county, it's your pillow. Nobody knows, man. In the county, it is your... Now we're talking candy. Look at these. Come on, look at the buttons. The candy buttons. What are you kidding me? What are you kidding me? Candy corn. Horrible candy corn. What else do we got here? We got Thin Mints. We got the fruit slices. They will make your mouth go, what? Pink lemonade. What else we got? That's about it. But anyway, let's go back right to that. If you want to have a lasting impact on someone, here, listen. Say something so vile, so vulgar, offensive, that they will never forget it. It's got to be the worst. It's got to be the worst. You got to say something so vile, so vulgar, so offensive that they will never forget it. They can't get past it. Now you own them until their last breath. If they think about that vile thing you said to them one day, could be 5 years ago, could be 15 years ago, could be yesterday. If you said something so vulgar, so vile, so offensive pertaining to them, at them, to them, regarding them, you got them. You push the button? All right, here we go. We got a little sausage going in.
This is the Tommy Stiggs hour. This is the last Tommy video, though. Then we got some more breakfast videos.
Gravy, sugo, your sister's ass, whatever you want to call it. And next up, the meatballs. Beautiful. You can hear that sizzle? Beautiful. All right. Manja.
I mean, it is a thing of beauty, right? I'm already getting hungry. We're about to get more hungry now. I don't know what it is. I'll eat it. Put a little chocolate over it. Call it a day. I'd eat that too. All right, let's get out of here. Hope everybody's doing good. Gen X, what's going down? Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Let's see here. I got too many. Let me close out YouTube. That'll help. Let me get rid of this one. That'll help. I can't even find where I'm at. Let me get rid of Facebook. That'll help. Jeez. Let's just jump right into it.
I'm just going to put my cards on the table here. I think Israel should not exist. I think it is going against United Nations policies, and I think Israel is a terrorist state. And Israel is a settler colonialist project that has basically done what the United States did to the Native Americans and exactly what happened in South Africa. Israel's existence is illegal. It's white supremacy, and that's personally what I believe. What should happen to the people that currently live in Israel? I think that they should be living in a democracy called Palestine.
So would you be for?
Well, they're living in a democracy called Israel.
So Israel's
Whether
not
you
a
accept
democracy.
it or not.
Israel's not a democracy. Israel is a theocracy. It has a mandated religion, and people that do not believe in that religion are oppressed, brutalized, and killed. I'm just going to put my cards on the table here. I think Israel should not exist.
Facts. Straight facts. But let's move on. This lady let her boyfriend rape children. She was she was the babysitter, and she also participated in it and videotaped let the boyfriend, who's already in prison on 35 felonies. He got sentenced like in 2018, 2019. But this is her getting sentenced to a 100-year prison sentence for doing this. And I hate putting these ones on here, but it just, for two reasons. Number one, I mean, think about the Epstein files, and shouldn't this be happening to these guys like Bill Clinton and Bill Gates and all that? And I'm glad it happened to her, but this needs to happen to these other people too.
31-year-old Brittany Lyon, back in 2021, her boyfriend, Samuel Cabrera Jr., was sentenced to multiple terms of life without parole after he was found guilty on several counts of child molestation, kidnapping, burglary, and conspiracy. The two were also charged for allegedly molesting multiple girls while Lyon videotaped the crimes. Today, family members of those victims confronted Lyon in court, calling her a monster.
The defendant is a monster. There's just no other way to describe it. Absolute monster for the havoc that she's wreaked upon our society, upon our citizens. It's deplorable. It's disgusting. But it's over today.
Prosecutors say Lyon found babysitting jobs on care.com, which is an online platform that connects families with caregivers. Prosecutors also say Lyon and Cabrera would often assault the young girls inside their own home.
You got to be careful about where you take your kids, man. And I had looked up, I'm not going to do it. I had to see who that guy was. He's going to get it in prison, guaranteed. I'm surprised he's still even alive. They'll get him eventually. Dan Bongino, former deputy FBI director, and this is a little long video, but I do want to play it. I only watched a little bit of it. This is the guy. I mean, this is our FBI. He's out of the FBI now, but Grateful, good morning. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Everyone but that woman, yeah. Just incredible. She will get it in prison too, though, because they don't put up with that in prison. Dan Bongino is basically threatening Candace Owens. The Erica Kirk documentary drops today, and so everybody's coming out of the woodwork and attacking Candace Owens about for it, and it's to be expected. But this guy was in the FBI, and we've already had, and it's funny because Candace Owens at one point, she's had to go to the FBI. She went to the FBI many times, with things about the Charlie Kirk case, but she had to go to the FBI for her own protection because there were credible threats against her life where they were going to have that someone from the French 13th Brigade, whatever that group is, and cut her up live on TV. I don't know if you guys remember that. She played that on her show. Like some serious shit. And now we have somebody that was in the FBI that was supposed to be protecting her just going off because how dare we attack Erica Kirk? So let's listen to a little bit of it.
Hey,
I think so. We'll see. Even an old 51 years old, I don't walk around all day terrified about my security situation. Maybe I should, but I don't. I'm nobody's victim. I chose a public life, and sadly, this is a part of it. Erica didn't choose this, man.
She did choose it, actually. And he's about to come up with a scenario. Imagine sitting at home and getting, I don't know, a text or a phone call or something and finding out your husband was shot. We know exactly what happened because Mikey McCoy is the one that, he texts, he doesn't even dial. Within a quarter of a second, he's got the phone to his ear. And that was allegedly Erica Curtis. She was already on the phone. She was right there. She was waiting for it to happen. But how dare we question this bullshit? This guy, man.
She didn't choose this. Imagine sitting there in your house and you find out from Twitter or, I don't know, a text or a phone call or that your husband was just shot in the neck for the entire world to see on social media at a public event. I can't imagine that. I know you can't either. Then you got to go through this. Then you got a bunch of absolute fucking lunatics sending her emails. You did it. Comments, tweets. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. You demonic fucking scum.
This is the FBI talking to us.
For as much as I hate what just happened, I wish ill on no one, and everyone should restrain their emotions from the other side because they are not on our side. Everyone. Once you go down the road of violence, there's no turning back. There's always someone stronger than you, man.
He's threatening us.
Always. There's a whole lot of people stronger than me. But I'm sorry if the language distracts from you, but I can think of no other New York way to say it than fuck you, motherfuckers. You deserve
How dare we question
to feel the little licks of the flames of hell on every inch of your body. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
If there's an afterlife.
Fuck you.
Oh, and I believe there is. I believe in the second creation. I don't pretend to be the judge and jury, but I know you're not in it.
Bro, you got short man syndrome. Shut the fuck up. You little fucking bald-headed
I
got
to tell you, I've been doing this for a really long time now.
You're a fucking cuck.
And as I said in the beginning of the show,
explain how the 30-06 did.
I walked into the dark forest. I didn't know where it was going to go. I did not have this all mapped out. Because I don't know what to say. People have tried being nice. People have tried screaming and yelling. People have tried a middle of the road approach. Nothing works.
Nothing works to cover up the lies. They
ignore it. It metastasizes. Address it. It metastasizes. I wish I had the answer. I can only make decisions for me. I can't make decisions for you as to what you want to watch or what you don't. This isn't about views or who's popular or who's this.
Then why are you doing this 5-minute and 58-second video of nonsense, trying to convince us to look the other way, to gaslight us about questioning the truth? Huh?
I don't care.
You do care.
I'm just telling you I'm making a decision for me now. I don't want to be any part of that. If you're part of that, please leave. If it is half my audience disappears tomorrow,
Leave what?
Good riddance.
Yeah.
Sayonara, motherfuckers.
I already blocked this clown, so I didn't have to look at his stupid feeds. But then I heard through a third party about this meltdown. So I unblocked him so I could get this video, and then I'll just go back to blocking him.
I don't want you. Nobody else wants you here. The people who watch this show don't want you here. Sane people, and that is a majority of us, hate your guts. We don't want you. Nobody wants you. You were the spawn of Satan. I promise your parents, alive or dead, are looking at you now in horror that they spawned a demon. Your last name will live in infamy. Your kids will deny knowing you. I don't want anything to do with you. I see you out there. I know exactly what you're doing. You can just go. It's not an airport. You don't have to announce your fucking departure. Just go. I'm the anti-clicks view guy. I don't want you. Your views, your clicks, nothing.
It's the Dan Bongino show microphone, the Dan Bongino backdrop. He's got the Rumble stick in the background because I think he owns Rumble, or he's like one of the major investors in it. I think he profits off of like everybody on Rumble, basically. I don't know exactly how that works. But he is the definition of, and nobody would even watch this clown if it wasn't for like the corporate algorithms and the government algorithms. That's the only way that he gets where he's at. Who is he talking about? He's talking about anybody that questions the obvious lies around the Charlie Kirk assassination. He's talking specifically to Candace Owens because she's getting ready to drop the Erica Kirk documentary today. So it's a gaslight on but the thing is, the scary thing about it is, he's not in the FBI anymore, but he is still the FBI. He still is, obviously. He still is part of the FBI. So this is our government talking to anybody, any United States citizen that doesn't want to just shut up and believe the obvious lies about, if you look at the Charlie Kirk case, there's just everything is a lie. The whole thing is a fucking lie. Every last little fucking it was a setup. And so you could just break down any part of it. The biggest one, obviously, being the gun. They're saying it's a 30-06 from the roof from like 140 yards away. And yet it just poked a little hole in his neck from what was a projectile. What everybody knows was a exploding microphone on his shirt, underneath his shirt. It came up from the right side of his body and poked a hole right into his neck, and then it fell out. You can see it on video. Anybody that operates a 30-06 knows you can't shoot somebody in the neck like that and just poke a hole in their neck. It don't work that way. So, that's just one aspect. So, but this guy is angry. He's very angry, and again,
she didn't choose this.
Yeah, she did choose it. So we'll go. Let's skip to a video of Erica Kirk, shall we? Real quick. This is Erica Kirk last night at the State of the Union. She was there. She doesn't choose this life, but she was there amongst all the surrounded by our government, surrounded by our government. Obviously, she's not the one that killed her husband, right? No one's saying that. She was the financial beneficiary of her husband's death. And the spouse is always in the real world. If one of us, our husband or wife died and we just got rich all of a sudden and took their company over. And, you know, I mean, obviously the police would want to question you, don't you think? You know, number one suspect.
So last year, Charlie was violently murdered by an assassin and martyred, really martyred for his beliefs. His wonderful wife, Erica, is with us tonight. Erica, please stand.
And this video, I'm going to start it over. It's got some guy recorded this on his TV. So that's not me you hear in the background, although I do have that same tape measure you can see on his TV there. That's him making those Snickers and stuff. So I just, in case anybody was wondering. But just watch her facial expressions. She does the same. She goes through the same motions every time. This was just last night, and she's doing the same fucking shit. And she's acting like she's talking to Charlie or something, saying, "I miss you." It's very weird.
So last year, Charlie was violently murdered by an assassin and martyred, really martyred for his beliefs. His wonderful wife, Erica, is with us tonight. Erica, please stand.
She's already standing. Oh my God.
So all come together to reaffirm that America is one nation under. So last year, Charlie was violently murdered by an assassin and martyred, really martyred for his beliefs. His wonderful wife, Erica, is with us.
And you know what's crazy is was it this video? It must be another video I have. Yeah, look at that face right there. She goes from, and that's what I have a blown up picture of this. It's crazy how her programming goes from the smile, the transition is just wild. What is that we're looking at right there? You know, it just, I'm waiting for kindergartners. What's going on here? Is that, yes, it's Erica. We think that's Erica. It could be a body double. Who knows these days? But it's supposed to be Erica from last night. She was at the State of the Union. That face, though. She's just, and you know, I read a lot of the comments. People say that one of the tactics, and I'll play it without the sound. One of the tactics is to look up at the light. If you look directly up into the, like she is right there, they say that this is a trained tactic that you can look directly into a bright light to induce what makes it look like you're crying. I can't remember exactly what the effect is, but these trained actors know, and so that's what, she can't help herself, but that's exactly what she's doing. And there's the blown up photo of her. Right after she smiles, she goes to that. And it's just, this picture made me wonder if this was not really, if they didn't just bring in a body double, a stunt double for the State of the Union. Looks like her. Doesn't really matter either way. But what is strange is that it's just the fucking movements and shit. It's just, she can't help but to fucking act. And she's not talking to anybody. God, it's just a fucking weirdo, man. Anyway, we'll go back to the top. Yep, she's definitely famous now. She wanted it. She got it. This is the governor of Oregon letting you know that you've, I don't know, she's hanging out with some frogs.
I'm a mother. I'm a physician. And I have a flag. And I am the proud representative for Oregon's 3rd Congressional District. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
She's not the governor. She's just a representative.
And tonight, I defy Trump and his authoritarian project by standing in joyful, radical, peaceful resistance with the Portland Frog Brigade.
The Portland Frog Brigade. Nancy Pelosi being questioned that even Elizabeth Warren stood up at the State of the Union, and that Nancy Pelosi did. She denies it. She says she did.
There was one moment, Madam Speaker, where he called you out specifically around, of course, congressional stock trading. What do you say back to him?
I say back to him, as that's what members said, look at your own self. The inference he wants to draw is there was something wrong with that, which there wasn't. And if there was, people get prosecuted for it. For a long time now, we've been trying to pass this law. It doesn't have, now it has more support than it had before. And
Elizabeth Warren stood up and applauded. Elizabeth Warren stood and applauded tonight when the president talked about it.
Well, that we all did. I did too. He said, did Nancy stand up? Yeah, I did too. A lot of people stood up. A lot of Democrats stood up. I think that will pass, depending on what the bill is. I mean, what we had, we thought we could pass. It was actually a tougher bill than Governor Spanberger had put forth. We thought it could pass, but it was clear that it wasn't going to make it to the House and the Senate. But in any event, he gives his shout out. I don't pay any attention to him. What I'm concerned about is
Boy, she is one drunk. That's for damn sure. I could barely understand anything she said there. Do you guys know who Wade Wilson is?
Wilson should be sentenced to life in prison without a possibility of parole or death. We, the jury, find by a vote of 10-2 that Wade Wilson should be sentenced to death. Dated this 25th day of June, 2024, in Lee County, Florida, 4-person, 234. We have.
He was a dude. I think he ran over a couple of chicks, one of his ex-girlfriends or something. He ran him over and then ran him over again. He was just like a fucking real douchebag. Jumpsuit Pablo did a big old long series on this guy. Even when he's in prison, he acts like I think he's gay, and he's just an absolute maniac. Obviously, look at his tattoos. You know what's crazy about X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it here, is the way that I do this show is I basically, when you go to the homepage, there's two sections. There's the For You section, and then there's the one of where the people you're actually following, and you can go look at everything that they post. But then there's the recommended section. And so for whatever reason, yesterday, I don't know if whoever watched the show yesterday, I played a video of a 2020 episode of the children being forced to, do all these satanic rituals, some weird fucking, what a random video for me to play from 1985, okay, of a 2020 episode. But yet yesterday, and so my show was on at same time, it was like 6 a.m. or whatever. Well, Jesse on Fire, I don't know if you guys know who he is. He did a video yesterday where I started to watch the very beginning of it, and he's got that same video that he's getting ready to talk about hours later after I did my show. So it just goes to show that, he's kind of doing the same thing. We all go on X, and the powers to be, whether it be Israel or the government or who the fuck ever it is, decides this is what we want America to look at today. So it's like the illusion of, I could go in and just use my brain to look up stuff and go with videos like that off of YouTube. But it's just very interesting that X is so powerful, YouTube is so powerful that they're able to just kind of control what we look at and what we think about. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Anyway, we'll move on to the next video. What do we have here? Evidence of occult rituals. This was here in my state, and it just gets fucking weirder and weirder. This just happened, and I can't believe it. 5 people were killed on the Key Peninsula in Pierce County. Family members were concerned about a 32-year-old man who believed he was an Egyptian god.
Tonight on this special edition of Como News, we have shocking new details about what led up to a stabbing spree and a deputy-involved shooting that left 5 people dead in Pierce County. Good evening, I'm Preston Phillips.
I'm Steve Solis. Deputies recalled a report of a man violating a protection order this morning on the Key Peninsula. We now know a family member reported concerns about the man who was allegedly doing witchcraft in a home. Como's Jeremy Harris joins us live from the scene tonight. Jeremy.
Yeah, Steve, such a shocking story here in this normally quiet community on the Key Peninsula. Here behind me, you can see police still have this area closed down more than 12 hours after they were first called here. Tonight, the details that are being revealed about prior safety concerns in this home are simply shocking as investigators try to piece together what happened leading up to the deaths of.
I'm just going to stop it there. Joe Della, good morning. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Shocking is an understatement. Practicing witchcraft is one thing. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know who Bryce Mitchell is here. He is an MMA fighter, hardcore Christian, country boy, gun activist, doesn't like Israel, very outspoken. And he's with Jake Shields talking about a Zionist goy beam. And I'm sure you guys know by now that goy is the term, it's like the N-word for that the Zionists call everybody else. We're goy. We're goy to them. So this is basically an energy weapon that they called the goy beam.
Apparently in the Epstein files, there was something called the GOI beam. Apparently it's this high-level military laser, and GOI stands for like Giant Operational Yield or something. They named it some bullshit just to call it the GOI beam. Because they're going to some GOI with it.
I've been looking to the Epstein files and shit I see.
These rat bastards, they're just mocking us, making fun of us. That's what they call us, bro.
It's a racist word for everybody.
Yeah.
Instead of like the N-word or this, it's just like...
So it's global operational yields. Where was that at? Global operational yield beam, the GOI beam. And, you know, even like Marjorie Taylor Greene has talked about, lots of people have talked about this. Alex Jones, you know, basically call them Jewish space lasers. Even Joe Biden made a comment about how in Maui, if you had a blue roof, your house didn't burn down. How is that possible? Well, that's possible the same way that it allows orange trees to keep the oranges on them next to a car that burnt so hot that the metal turns to liquid. I don't know. I don't know how it works. That's just what we've seen with our own eyes. I finally get my truck worked on this morning for the umpteenth time. Okay, here is Ilhan Omar, the Somalian inbred, married to her brother, grifting, scamming, fraudulent representative, yelling at Trump during the State of the Union address.
Sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country, they're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Sanctuaries.
Ilhan Omar. This was awesome. This is in, I think, New York and Washington Heights. I don't know exactly where that's at, but it's over there somewhere. And the news reporter's just trying to ask about the snow, and this dude just lays down facts about how private equity firms shouldn't own real estate, creating homeless crisis.
For shelter. And I think a lot of people think this is why we shouldn't allow hedge funds to own residential property.
And so what we were talking about earlier too is a little bit of the nostalgia aspect, right?
Yeah.
How this feels kind of like back in the 90s when we were growing up.
Yeah, like we were saying, it was much more snow, colder winters. And again, private equity didn't own so much of the housing stock in America.
Thank you so much, Kyle.
Yep.
That was fucking badass. Good job, buddy. Hold on one second. Still getting over my cold here. Why can't the U.S. deport that horrible bitch? Good question. Don't give up hope yet, Joe. There's still time. This guy is, I think his name is like Dan Pena, very outspoken, motivational speaker, calls everybody a lazy piece of shit. He told us that, a long time ago, that if we ever, and he says he knows, if we ever figured out who owns Bitcoin, that it would turn to zero, that it would go to zero overnight.
And I know who's behind Bitcoin. And it ain't some fucking Japanese guy in a cave. I know the guy. And when that comes out, you heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero. Zero. When it comes out, zero. And I know who's behind Bitcoin. And it ain't.
So we shall see. I personally think it's a scam. I don't know enough about it. I'm not going to invest in it. I just see it, it starts out at a very, very low number. And now all of a sudden, it goes to over 100,000, even though I think it's at like 60,000 now. So then the normal person would be like, oh man, I could take my little bit of money that I do have and 20 times my money. And that's when everybody loses the little bit of money they have. And that's just my opinion. Mariah Carey's sister, I didn't know she had one, passed away the same day that their mother did, which I found very odd. I had to look into this. Allison Carey, sister of Mariah Carey, alleging that their mother, Patricia Carey, involved her in satanic occult practices and performed ritualistic sexual abuse meetings during their childhood. So you could believe that if you want. But the fact is that she did die the same day that her mother did, which I find very strange.
My relationship with my sister was closer several years ago than it is now. There was a close family member involved in a satanic cult. Used to force me to attend certain rituals. There were a lot of things that I witnessed that, were like secrets that you wish you didn't have to hold on to. People would be wearing black robes with hoods, so you couldn't see their faces. And they'd be walking in a line, chanting the usual things that satanic cults do, like drink blood. They do that. I did suffer sexual abuse during those rituals. There, some of those satanic holidays, they always will be involved with sexual abuse with children, forcing children to have sex with adults, adults having sex with other adults. All kinds of stuff going on that really shouldn't be, and it shouldn't be something that children are forced to watch. And screw up the child for their whole life.
Screw up the child for their whole life. And then she dies the day her mom dies. You know, I don't know if the mom had any money, or it kind of sounds like maybe the mom would have had something if she had connections to satanic occults. I just find that very strange. Something doesn't sit right about that. Who close their eyes while speaking or hiding something, not speaking the truth. Yeah. And, you know, she definitely could be hiding a lot and not speaking the truth, you know, for fear for her life, or, you know, who knows? Maybe she really is just making it up. I think, you know, in light of everything that we've heard with the Epstein and stuff like that, I think that it's more likely than not that she did experience at least something that most of us normal people luckily didn't have to. Yeah, I don't think she's speaking the full truth. It's crazy to think about, you know. It's crazy to think about the two ends of the spectrum.
I never saw Mariah with us when we were walking into, you know, the castle or anywhere with the cult.
We'll move on. You guys remember Danny Masterson, right? He's in prison. Ashton Kutcher and Danny Masterson on. So apparently, Ashton Kutcher, there was emails with him and Ghislaine Maxwell. I don't know anything about that. I just see that here. But yeah, you know, the other guy, whatever his name was on there, he was. I don't remember the other guy's name. Well, I know his real name is Danny Masterson. He went to prison for rape. He's doing 2 consecutive 15 to life terms because he drugged these girls and then, you know, sexually assaulted them. And then he wouldn't even deny it. But that was all about Scientology. And even the girls were in Scientology. So I don't know. Was Mariah Carey's mom in Scientology or what? You know, I mean, obviously that some of this stuff is real because Danny Masterson's in jail. And then this whole story here with this chick that I think they're together. She was only 14 when the show started.
That was my first kiss. Why someone bet you made with Danny about our first kiss? I mean, you know, Ash was attractive, and I was a 14-year-old little girl, and I was extremely scared for my life. Sure. And he was very nice about it. He was like, "Oh, don't worry." So I was like, "Okay." Then Danny goes and goes, "Dude, I'll give you $10 if you French kiss."
Doing this, it's not because I think In the Crease is good, but because Jock told me to be able to sit on my lap with like. It feels good.
Jokes about not eating babies.
And this was like pre-TMZ, pre-cell phone camera. So you could like go out Nobody was going to take your pictures, so you could really wow out. And nobody would know what you did last night.
I have more photos of Commando Kutcher here, naked in a club, than probably anybody. Naked in a club than probably anybody.
Bonjerkoff is in Liz McGuire. She also has an album out. She's going to be in a movie called Cheaper by the Dozen. And she's one of the girls that we're all waiting for to turn 18, along with the Olsen twins. Hi, I'm Ashton Kutcher, and I'm from That 70 Show TV. That 70 Show too. Yeah. And the reason I'm doing this is not because I think integrate is good, but because Josh owing me was sitting on my lap was like, it feels good.
She was 14 when we started the show. I was like 19, right?
Right.
And they're like, okay, you guys are going to be making out in the scene. And I'm like thinking, like, wait, this is like slightly illegal,
that's
right?
probably your first kiss ever, right?
It was my first kiss. Why someone bet you made with Danny about our first kiss? I mean, Ash was attractive, and I was a 14-year-old little girl, and I was extremely scared for my life.
Sure.
And he was very nice about it. He was like, oh, don't worry. I was like, okay. Then Danny goes and goes, dude, I'll give you $10 if you French kiss.
Yeah, I give you $10 if you slip her the tongue. She's 14, and he's in prison now for rape. But, I mean, it's just unfortunate that they just can't be normal. Have a little bit of, get a little bit of fame and fortune and just try to be normal. But I don't think it works that way. I think in order to have the fortune and fame, that system, they don't have a choice. You're going to be this way. That, so that I think like literally everybody that is fucking famous, I don't know. Mayor Mom Domney, we played the video yesterday of the snowball fight in New York City. Mom Domney is just saying that's like what it is, a snowball fight.
Do you agree with Commissioner Tisch that what happened in Washington Square Park with the snowballs was criminal? And how can you take steps to prevent something like this doesn't happen again?
So I've seen videos of kids throwing snowballs at members of the NYPD in Washington Square Park. And first, I want to say that officers have been on the front line of helping our city respond to this blizzard. They have been keeping New Yorkers safe, and they have also been at the heart of our efforts of digging New Yorkers' cars out of these kinds of conditions and ensuring that our ambulances, our MTA buses can keep functioning across this city. They and our entire city workforce deserve to be treated with respect. The only person in our city's workforce who deserves to be treated with a snowball is me.
Mayor, I want to follow up on the snowball incident. The head of the PBA says that the people who were involved in attacking the police officers should be charged criminally with assault on a police officer. I wonder if you agree with that, if those people can be identified.
I don't. From the videos that I've seen, it looks like a snowball fight.
Looks like a snowball fight. This sent me down a rabbit hole of all the people that Obama gave medals of freedom to. Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, Tom Hanks, Robert De Niro, Oprah Winfrey, Ellen DeGeneres, Bruce Springsteen, to name a few. They all kind of have like some similarities there, if you think about it. Talking about the border last night.
The flow of deadly fentanyl across our border is down by a record 56% in 1 year. And last year, the murder rate saw its single largest decline in recorded history. This is the biggest decline, think of it, in recorded history, the lowest number in over 125 years, year 1900. In fact, substantially before my wonderful father, I had a wonderful father, Fred, before he was born, substantially before he was born.
Yeah. So, and last year, the murder rate saw its single largest decline in recorded history. Well, that's good. And I mean, I think I've noticed a little bit of difference from the border being secured up, even here in Washington. We just need to teach people how to act. Like the people that are already here, teach them how to act properly. You know, just learn how to be decent human beings. Don't start witch hunts and be so racist and all this fucking bullshit. You know, have regard for other people's lives. Don't drive 100 miles an hour, that type of shit. Don't steal. You know, it would be just fine. This is kind of a cool video. Britney Spears, Pink, and Beyonce doing a Pepsi commercial.
Dr. Smiles.
Whoa! Oh boy.
Yeah, you got very bored. Okay, Can I just see your John? John, is that never ready? Yeah, that's good. Right there. That's nice. That's yeah. That's great. That's lovely. Sorry, I was too quick. You know it's
It's amazing how powerful corporations are. You know, the power of a can of Pepsi. I mean, to look at a list of people that have been paid to do commercials for just Pepsi alone, let alone all the other soda companies. I mean, they're probably all owned by Pepsi and Coke anyway, but incredible. That's a lot of power. But then even this, you know, you think about who's in that video. It can't just be normal. It just can't be normal because look at what Britney Spears has had to go through. And then look at what Beyonce and Jay-Z are being accused of. I don't know what's going on with Pink, but you know, me personally, I'll just keep my normal life. I don't need to be on camera. I don't need to be famous. I'm good. Do we want to watch the Erica Kirk video one more time? Why not?
So last year, Charlie was violently murdered by an assassin and martyred for his beliefs. His wonderful wife, Erica, is with us tonight. Erica, please stand.
She's already standing. Oh my God. Oh.
So all come together to reaffirm that America.
Dry those tears, dry those tears. Dun, dun, dun. This guy, Representative Tony Gonzalez, refuses to resign after text messages appear to show him to be having an affair with a young married female staffer who eventually set herself on fire and committed suicide after her husband found out and it was all exposed. Yes, you heard that right. Tony Gonzalez from Texas screwing around with the young staffer, and she ends up killing herself by lighting herself on fire. Sure she did. Sure she did.
Not. Are those text messages correct? Are they accurate?
I am not going to resign. I work every day. I work every day for the people of Texas.
But are those text messages? Are they accurate? Are those real text messages?
I am not going to resign. I'm not going to resign. I work every day for the people of Texas.
Did you carry it?
And there will be an opportunity for all the details and facts to come out. What you've seen is not all the facts.
Did you have an extramarital affair with the staff?
What you've seen is not all the facts, and there'll be an ample time for all of that to come out.
What are the facts? Can you address it right now? Your constituents want to know.
My constituents are not here in D.C. My constituents are back home in Texas.
So it's just very interesting. You know, you look at this guy. What are we looking at? No accusations. I'm just curious, like a legit question. Is he a murderer? You know, are we looking at people that fuck their employees and then kill them by lighting them on fire and accusing, then the official story is suicide? Or is it because a girl was just so distraught and so embarrassed that she was screwing around with a Texas representative that she needs to light herself on fire? That's her choice of suicide? I don't understand it. Uvalde, Texas, if you want to look it up. Uvalde. I think if you just type, you don't even have to do anything but type that in, and it'll come up. Regina Santos Aviles was conscious and speaking after she set herself on fire. And this was just 12 hours ago with this post that I'm looking at. So, I mean, this just happened. This is not an old story. Very interesting. Marlon Brando speaking his mind on Larry King back in the day.
Are you critical of the Hollywood that makes violence?
I think that I'm angry with some of the Jews. I'm very goddamn angry at some of the Jews. Hollywood is run by Jews. It's owned by Jews. And they should have a greater sensitivity about the issue of people who are suffering.
Are you critical of?
Yes, they should. You're speaking the truth there. Make sure I didn't miss any videos. Dun, 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 dun. I think that's all the videos I got for today. Yep, let me check the homepage, see if there's anything new. Dun, dun, dun. The Epstein-Bannon. There's one on Ilhan Omar melting down about being asked about her finances. Watch this, I guess.
Hi, Congresswoman Omar. You were just talking about how Trump's economy has failed the American people, but I think the American people really want to know how you went from a negative 65,000 before coming into Congress to over $30 million in just 7 years.
My disclosure is public now.
Yeah, it is. And so a lot of people now are looking into that and finding S Crew Winery, a winery that doesn't actually seem to exist. Is that a real winery, or?
Do you all actually look at and read things, or do you just ask silly questions?
Well, it's listed in the financial disclosure, so can you explain it? Because we have a lot.
Yeah. Apparently Marlon Brando had to apologize for saying they control Hollywood so he could work in Hollywood again. I don't know if that's true or not. But.
Earlier this week, actor Marlon Brando met with Jewish leaders to apologize for comments he made on Larry King Live. Among them, that, quote, Hollywood is run by Jews. The Jewish leaders accepted the actor's apology and announced that Brando is now free to work again.
Make that make sense, right? Jamie Foxx is being a hypocrite, crybaby. No surprise there. Yeah, I think I'm just going to end it there, guys. And I got to go get my truck worked on in a couple hours. So I don't have any more videos lined up for today. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Trump didn't even say nothing about the UFOs or anything like that last time. I didn't watch the State of the Union myself. But I don't think he said anything about the UFO files. So to be continued on that. But anyway, everybody have a happy Wednesday, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.